Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? We are live. We are live. We are live. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Ted, my boy, it's gonna be legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Legendary.
All right, we are back. Pushing more of this story here. Pushing more of the MSQ. We are. I know I keep saying it. We are close. We are getting close. I don't think it will be today. And with the holiday weekend, I don't know if I'll be back after tomorrow. And we won't play Final Fantasy tomorrow. So we're gonna hop into it. Okay. Appreciate anybody who's here already, and for those who come by later on, appreciate that as well. If you are here, make sure you hit that like button. Get the stream pushed out. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. Let's see. So let's pick up this quest here. They want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with the grief until time itself comes to an end. The sole reward for its senseless bloodshed, a pain I understand and wish that I did not. What fools we were. But now is the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. Alright, test of the wheel. That's what I didn't remember where we left off of that. Okay, so here. Okay. Yeah, we definitely probably not getting to any big fights tonight. But we may get just up to one and then kind of go forward from there. We'll see how things go. See how it goes. Hey, what up, B? How you doing, buddy? Hey, Brian, do I need to send you some money for the shipping of that case? Those cases? Whatever you plan on sending out, let me know. Hey, Celeste. You come to watch some more of this end of the story with me? Your buddy's not feeling well. She hasn't been feeling well. I don't know if she's gonna jump in game with you tonight. Okay. Were you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? I see. They wish to escape what they perceive to be the cycle of conflict. Thank you, Duran, Estidian. As for our part, I believe we were most accurately aware of our confines than before. We started by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off of it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating about. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? I considered that, and so I tried throwing a stone onto a potential platform to judge its integrity. But it never reached its mark, as it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of the island. It vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside this space is as it appears. which is why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked Laportus to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding area. Until we know more, I think it's too risky to attempt flying to another island. Yeah, I heard she wasn't feeling great, and yes, I am here to see the end of this. Just a little more till Dondro. Yeah. Well, just a little more till post. Just a little more till post. We're still in the main story here. What Meteion told us before, the emotions dictate reality here, might be the key, but I'm not entirely sure what emotions might manifest a bridge to lead us to safety. And by the way, if you guys have Amazon Prime and you are on Twitch, you can give a Amazon Prime Twitch sub to any Twitch streamer that you like. It doesn't cost you anything additional, but it does support that Twitch streamer. So if you have a Twitch streamer you like, aka me or any others, feel free to do that. And that way you avoid the ads and things like that. But then you still get to stick around for all the other fun stuff. So what you're saying is we found no way forward. At present, if it is indeed emotions that govern this island, perhaps it is not Meteion's, but the dragons that hold us here. They're tired of conflict and have chosen a path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they have chosen no path at all, meaning there is no way for the dragons or anyone here on this island to advance. A sound theory, disheartening though it may be. If that is the case, what resources do we have? They are not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on histories of turmoil and strife. Without irrefutable proof, the future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. Mayhaps persuasion is not the answer. Meteion meant to unmake us then and there on Ragnarok, and she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She conceded it was strong enough to overpower their despair that otherwise rules Ultimthulu, and reshaped it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again in a like manner by overpowering the prevailing emotions. 'Twas Ultimthulane's architect, Meteion herself, against whom Thancred did pit himself in a clash of wills. Though I marked no leader among them, as such I did chance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair, far more potent than most, potent enough mayhaps to dictate the course for others, and thus their domain to follow. He spoke but a few words, carefully chosen. Their tone and timbre alone threatened to render my heart in twain. Challenging his desire to remain may allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. Alas, I fear my vaulted rhetoric availed me not against his clear, calcifying heart. His calcifying heart. But mayhaps one of you will fare better. All right. Then I shall guide thee. Al end, they'll call him in the dragon's tongue. Thou wilt find him nearby, eyes fixed upon water. Well, what have we to lose? Let's get going. Why does everybody take these weird turn steps? Well, they just walk normal. They walk straight, then 90-degree turn, and then walk. It's weird. How do I get to where I need to go? This is the question. This way. Driving around is not nearly as fun as flying. You can just, go over canyons and stuff. But I hope everybody's week is going well so far. My week has been eye-opening for myself personally, and I hope to continue to push a couple things that I've been really working on. Okay, I made it. I made it to the spot.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this. So, waiting to die like all the others, are you?
Okay, I gotta read that. Aye, our pride is crushed and our souls corrupt. The winds are stilled and the heavens offer no comfort. Just in case, you're on a phone and can't really read it. It's tiny on the phone. There is nothing left for our kind. Our long lives a curse as we await the end. Still, as stone, we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Our kin on another star? And yet upon thee do I smell the blood of my brethren. I mean, were they drawn into discord and war on their new home?
They were. They suffered much and repaid their suffering in kind.
It mattereth not whither we fly. Ever will a serene ocean await us. Ever will retribution's wheel turn. And so on, the last of my prides as a dragon, I break free of this will. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it, to stare into the face of your foe and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity.
Steven said, I ain't playing nice with you.
After everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us. Stay back.
We tire of war. We tire of turmoil. Dignity tarnished, crimson stained. Our misery, our shame, too much to bear. Release us from war, from life.
I see. This is the emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
Whoa.
No! Not Justinian too!
Everybody's disappearing now.
There's a wind. He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did.
No.
Oh, Alphino.
No, Alphino. No crying. No despair. Gotta pull it together, homie.
Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
Well. Look there, the wind. This is Astidian's doing, I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. Okay. Powerful gale has delivered you to another island. The other scions should arrive before long. Oh, it just pushed me back. Well, that's wild. I guess I needed to wait. There we go. He did it. He found a way forward for us. The dragons remained trapped within a prison of their own making, laminating the horrors of war, yet Estinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. Ah, it's a Dragon Song. It's a Dragon Song war tune, isn't it? One of my favorite. And he's still fighting Alphanode, just like Thancred. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here, why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Alizé is right. We must press on for their sake. Hey, what up, Jody? Okay. Roads paved sacrifice? I think that's what that is. It's kind of a weird writing. As Yasholta and Alizé said, we must continue. Notice the change in our surroundings? Perhaps this is the memory of an altogether different world. 'Twould be prudent to learn more of it then. Tread carefully, lest we lose our footing in this sand. Jody, Jim Irsay passed away a couple hours ago. Kind of wild. Yeah. I don't know if they have released what happened exactly yet. They just said that he passed away. Were it not for the violent crystal embedded in the surface, 'twould appear ordinary stone. A curious script has been enchanted upon them. Alas, it is not a language with which I am familiar. I cannot say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew the written word entirely. So we may assume this is the work of another race, one we have yet to encounter. If y'all had a better quarterback, I would have said this y'all year. Dang. Yeah, he was only 65, but he had been battling a couple things. He had a small scare last summer, but I didn't even know he was that kind of sick right now. And honestly, he had just tweeted something like earlier today, and then here we are. You know, I think it was like 8 o'clock my time when it got announced that he had passed away. Meteion claimed the dragon's world suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not, doeth wend its way towards a similar end. What do you suppose that is over there? Huh. I'm not sure. It's hard to make out at this distance, but its surface seems to bear the same crystal as this monument. Meaning there is a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look. Come on. He said if we had a better quarterback. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, Jody. Could we win despite the quarterback is the question. Oh, it's a ghostly figure. Okay, let's see what we got here. Hail, travelers. This is the most unexpected occurrence. Hello there. Is this your home? Indeed it is. Ah, forgive me. I have forgotten. An exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting those whom one is unacquainted. When the vibration of a vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention. Yeah, I believe was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. Richardson might pass for 50%. That's it. Wow. Wow, Jody. Though it is not entirely applicable given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for non-metacular to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kopokokoda. Bruh, why are they doing this to me? Yes, Kopokokoda. I don't think that's how it's saying. Of the We've encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without a voice. I presume we are having this conversation via the medium of ether or dynamis, as this space is suffered with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive then. That is well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we are ether-based life forms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are comparable biologically composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. In total, I have prepared 198,712,180,827. What? Questions? We don't have time for that, bro. That's rather a lot, isn't it? How many games do you think y'all asked for Daniel Jones to come in? Bro, I hope never. Honestly, Jody, never. But honestly, Richardson is a injury bug magnet, so he'll play at some point this season. My apologies. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed our corporal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh and have endeavored to recreate our erstwhile form. However, all patent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensation once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. Y'all might as well tank and draft Archie Manning. We got to see if Archie Manning is even going to be worth it, Jody. He couldn't even beat out Quentin Ewers last year. It wasn't like Quentin Ewers had to set the world on fire. And the reason you need to regain corporal form? Why, to bring an end to our existence, of course. Though need is perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves though use of ether extinguishers, but such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impairments in one's final moment, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. He's a Manning. He'll be just fine. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how he does in Texas. We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. Why does this dude keep separating from himself? Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of the where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tactical approval of our plans, in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of this wandering the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you will follow me, this is going rather smoothly. Not that I'm complaining, mind. Even so, we must not forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why civilizations so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. At any rate, we will find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. Alright, who's the next person that gives themselves up? Who do we lose next? Bro. Is this a crystal? No, it's not. It's just something in the way. Alright. Off we go. Tally ho. Let's see. Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers, you will find, remain idle in their domicile, though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline construction hanging from the stone structure there. You say they remain idle? But what of your work to regain corporal bodies? An astute question, and understandable given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If in our idleness we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to persuade said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. But while the others are not currently in a volatile state, rest assured they would not object were you to disturb their respite. You need only to cast your thoughts towards one of the crystalline domiciles to communicate. Okay, interesting. Okay, communicate with the crystals. The crystalline domicile. Feels like a weird event, but okay. You cast your thoughts towards the crystalline domicile, but there is no response. Okay. All right, if you are, Ash should be over shortly. You wish to speak? Very well. Pray a moment, if you would. Okay. See where Daniel Jones. What is this? What did Frosty Two Bots summarizes? Meanwhile, let's catch up on the chat. Chat's throwing some shade on the quarterback situation. Yeah, Jody threw some big mad shade, mourning a not so old player departure. They're skeptical about Richardson's passing game and predicting a quick call for Daniel Jones. The tank talk is real. Eyeing Archie Manning in the draft because if you were a Manning, you're destined for greatness, right? Wow, that's a good summary, Frosty Tools. For those who don't or on YouTube and wondering what the hell I'm talking about, over on my Twitch, I have a bot that summarizes things from the chat. So feel free to pop over there and check out the Twitch for a little bit. And if you're on Twitch and haven't checked out my YouTube, check out my YouTube. Both links are pinned at the top. Why we seek our end, you ask? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment, I must remember. What form did I take when I last emerged? Excuse me. The strange moan comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. Okay. Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? Not really, fam. They really didn't talk about much. Got a tickle in my throat. I see. If they fail to answer, then it is likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They are not but concentrated ether now. Worry not, there are no other words who have need of those lodgings, and they will not provide a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some few did answer your request for an audience, yes? I imagine they will be with us ere long. Okay. Moving along in the quest. Finally. No long cutscenes so far. I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few have awakened. Ah, there they are. Oh, excuse me. May I introduce to you La Laki, Du Didik, and Na Nanig. I'm sure I said all those names wrong. It has been too long. See, we're just going to give them initial nicknames. CC. I dare say Sarter 4 has since completed an orbit. Indeed, until the travelers brought it to my attention, I had noticed how unraveled some had become. Travelers? Ah, of course. The one who wishes to know why we seek to regain corporal forms. The truth of the matter is as plain as to see as the neighboring system, but my single account would fail to satisfy their requirement for scientific objectivity. Thus did I bid them to awaken you. Am I the only one who's struggling to tell who is speaking? Nay, thou art not. In the absence of corporal form and the divergence they afford, perhaps such similarities in voices is unavoidable. By the way, CC, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travelers? That which one is expected to do when receiving guests, a matter of proper form? Ah, yes. So long has it been. It had completely escaped my mind, and still does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Bro, why do they keep detaching their heads? Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for answers. Come now, NN. The archives have long been frozen. Least we subject ourselves to further dolor. Surely you recall that much. Ah, of course. Food. The custom is to serve food. Being of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their ether, by contributing to their replenishment, we communicate our friendly intentions. That's right. That's right. We duly invite you to join us in a communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. If we have a chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest ether. This is feast us? Are they talking about eating us? Or are they talking about eating ether? Bro. This facility is where we replenish our ether. There is no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the word restaurant. Now then, if you would take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with the purest ether. Please absorb as much as you like. Okay. Let's see. You brace yourself for a rush of sweet ether, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little longer. As we continue to wait. Oh, my knee. You brace yourself again, but again, nothing seems to happen. Just as I suspected, as meticulously as one might recreate the S home world, this is Ulthathalu. One cannot simply generate ether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of their recreated Amarat. However appearances may seem, we must ever be mindful that it is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. Okay. So, did you have your fill of ether? Alas, we could not absorb it. A deficiency in our forms, it would seem. Oh, how very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your ether? Okay, they seem surprised by that. Through your mouth, you say? How very primitive and quaint. To think that their mouths serve not only to expel sound, but draw in substance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our system. Though we regrettably could not partake of your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we could not fail but wonder, wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh, and thence to vanish? Will you not favor us with an explanation? You flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well, we shall indulge you. In the beginning, when the was yet possessed with corporal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to pursuit of knowledge and technology advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believe we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. What up, J. Will? From the tangible, such as land, to intangible, such as labor, there exist myriad hindrances to progress, but the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was distressingly middling, you see, too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our body demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with the everlasting lives untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Thus changed, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuit. We went on to make every great stride in our quest to transcend all limitations until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all extant phenomenons, then thence predicted the future. If we could but achieve this, we believe that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. And did you find the answer you sought? Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporal form. Their lives readily end. As those who have gone before, is it not our duty to warn them? What thinkest thou? We have deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know, we will disclose to you the truth we discovered, the truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillar just outside the bounds of the abode, a place called Elegea. I'm sure I said that completely wrong. But thank you everybody for coming by, hanging out tonight. Make sure if you are on YouTube, you hit that like button. Make sure it helps push the stream out. On Twitch, don't forget you guys get channel points. Your channel points can be used towards some of the stuff this weekend. Call me this weekend, brother. Okay. Or hit me up. I'll be kind of off and on busy throughout the weekend, but I'll try to make time to give you a ring-a-ding-ding. A fundamental truth? We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led such an enlightened people to this indolent end. All right, where knowledge leads.
Boom, pow.
And on cue, Jody comes in with the bada bop boom pow. But yeah, you guys got channel points for YouTube at the top. That's how you access them. The Twitch points obviously are below on the Twitch stream. Feel free to jump in there and hang out and have fun with that stuff. I want to add more, but I got to take some time to learn a little bit more about Twitch and how to add some of these channel point stuff that I've seen that I want to add. So I got to do a little bit more research. But right now I'm researching different barbecue stuff for this weekend. So your boy's got a big barbecue to throw down on. So there we go. Well, let's keep going. Ere we join the A, there is something trifling. There is one trifling matter I would fain investigate. What am I grilling? We got brisket. We're going to have beef baby back ribs. We're going to have spare ribs, pork. We're going to have hamburger. We're going to have chicken. We're going to have beef hot dogs. Yeah. And then a lot of other people bringing sides and desserts and stuff like that. But my father-in-law and I did all the meat, or buying all the meat. And I'm the one grilling it all. So, lucky me. Yeah, I'm grilling, player. Grilling. It's that time of the year. They put me to work. That time of the year I get put to work. My wife has been waiting for the weather to break. Duran Grahatia, I trouble you for your assistance. But of course, my thanks. We shall head outside the abode, if you would kindly follow me. I know not what mischief you are plotting, Urianger, because Urianger he's a liar. He's full of secrets. But I trust you have our best interest at heart. Sometimes I don't know. The rest of us shall go on ahead to Elegia. Least you worry, we won't start without you. I knew I was forgetting something. Tisk, Tinsley. I forgot the taco season for the taco salad, y'all. But I did a ton of shopping over the last few days. I was bound to forget something. Check in the pantry, babe. There might be some in there. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so that's why I may not grill Friday. I knew that motherfucker was going. You know what? Come get some. Come get some, punk. I ain't had a good fight. Come get some. Yeah, get out of my face. That's what you get. Punks jump up to get beat down. Ah, this place shall serve. Is it the spring that you wish to investigate? Pray forgive me, my friends, but there is not to investigate. 'Twas but a pretense to speak in private. You have our undivided attention. As we have established here in Otafulu, those densiers of ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days. Yet one question doeth arise in my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacres they believe themselves yet amongst the living. How doest thou suppose this is possible? Let's see. I think it's the second. Meteion had made contact with them while they still lived. Of course, she must have visited the stars of the dragon and the before either race perished in their entirety. Thus could she make their emotions her own, and with them create more faithful simulacre than had she relied on any historical account. So too did I theorize, and upon assumption, consider how those two races may have met their demise. According to thine own tale, Meteion perceiveth the emotion of those nearby as her own. A heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as a telepathy. I'm sure I pronounced that completely wrong. In the course of her starfaring journey, if she encountered beings who strongly desired a sensation of their existence, she would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possesseth the power to grant it, the power of dynamis. 'Tis my supposition that, overwhelmed by their longing for death, Meteion did unleash dynamis and ushered the dragon and the to their doom. Of course, such was not always the outcome. Full many stars did she find already lost to ruin. In order to create a tremendous, however, the fervent desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find the way forward, pray ask yourself this. In the place where you stand, who is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? This should have been a voiced over part. Why do you tell us this now? Ne'er again would I betray your trust. I pledge I did make to my comrades. I bring thee into my confidence. I remain true to my word. Oh, now you want to tell us the truth. As for thee, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harbored for the Crystal Exarch. I once placed my faith in thy chosen path, walking at thy side, fully knowing that we were bound for thy demise. I ask now that thou returnest the favor and abide in faith as I fulfill mine own destiny. If you say my debt has come due, how am I to refuse? 'Tis indelicate of me, I know full well, and I can but beg thy forgiveness. Yet even if I must needs go to such lengths, I cannot well feign ignorance of the answer I have found within. The answer to the question, in what moment might I stand strongest? After all that we've been through, I will say only this. Do what you must. Do what you must and see your conviction through. I shall, my friend. I shall. Without further ado, then let us go to join our comrades. as Urianger talks with the largest thesaurus recorded to man, I don't quite understand exactly what's going on. Let us be off to Elagia. Oh, yeah, we definitely are pushing along the story quest now. Hold on. I missed a crystal somewhere. Where did I miss the crystal at? Or maybe I didn't. Maybe that's it right there. I don't want to be in the fate. Ah, there's a crystal right there. And the abode of the Eh. The abode of the Eh. Tis a crystal here. I'm gonna go over here. Okay, it seems everyone is accounted for. Shall we then?
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not. We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret,
1 second, guys. We'll let this play while
I step away for a second. Of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Denet 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated. Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter into an eternal ice age. In hopes of proving that this
Silence of the
was
Lambs.
erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort.
Excuse me.
The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost. No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators. Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls. Though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture. Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish. If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
So that's your story. While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't!
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught, but I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all. But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you, and we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
Oh boy, we're going to lose another one. Each one of them birds is like what Meteion turned into when she took off. So.
Keep calm and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it. Azim's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on, and do not look back.
She knew she was going to have to sacrifice herself, and Urianger knew that she'd do that.
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Urianger.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality. Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
And then there were 4.
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
It's Meteion.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn. Alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Atheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
Okay. Okay. That is Ratia regards his comrades in solemn silence. Are you ready to continue on? Then let us make for where that light shone. Yashoto and Uranje have opened the way for us. Excuse me. Sorry. I had to go pick up these two little blue quests real quick. That's one thing I haven't done. I haven't picked up any ether currents. Okay, not gonna read these, just gonna click through real quick. Okay. Alright, so before we move on to the story, I'm just going to run through these quests real quick. Try to get these knocked out. Oh, it's the only two. Get through this real quick. Man, let's find this ether current. East. Should be able to see it if it's 100 miles. 14. There it is. There it is. I think it might only be the second one of these I've gotten. See where we are at. No, it's the first one of those. Jesus. Really behind on these. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Okay, the other one is over here. Southwest. Okay. West. The current, and we'll grab the last of that other quest, and then we'll continue on. All right, let's grab the last of this other part of this one, and then turn those both in, then we'll move on. Seriously, Doc? Seriously? Seriously? Okay. Now let's go turn both of these in real quick. And then thank you everybody again for hanging out with me tonight. We are getting close to a dungeon, which once we get there, then we'll probably call that for the night and pick that up in the morning, or pick it up on the next stream. Alright, so that's 2 ether currents, 2 quests. Got a few more quests to go, and 2 more ether currents to pick up. 3 more quests. Right. Yeah, so that I hadn't done any of those. Now that I think about it. So we still got 2 more quests here to pick up on the moon, and 1 more ether current. 3 more quests here, which I might have missed 2 early on. And then we'll unlock flying in all areas here. Okay, so let's pick up the quest and finish that off. Gone somewhere, player. I ain't trying to kill you today. Alright, yes, I can feel it. The ether emanating from the arcane pattern. Okay. Bro. This thing on my arm is killing me. This is a portal, and no mistaking, let us see where it leads. Okay. We're just taking random portals. Gotcha. Travel through the portal. Yes. I mean, this Moonwalker guy, we've been running along the same path. Where are we at? Alright, so we're at victory. Okay, we got 1, 2. So this plus 3 more. Okay, to get us to the one before there. Amazing. Yet another civilization. Attacked as soon as you arrived? Not the most welcoming of places, is it? It's okay. We must try to find Dinzins who are amenable to conversation. What up, Lefty? How you doing, buddy? We should also get the lay of the land. See how far we can go. I'll help Alphino with that. In the meantime, you and Gra can search for the friendlier folk. Okay, cool. Searching for friendlier folk. We are pushing to the end of the story. We're not going to finish it today, but we are setting up for some big battles here in the next one. Not knowing what the locals are like, you best take care of yourselves. We will find you once we finish exploring. We got to turn off the automatic stuff. Okay. I expect twins will seek the outermost bounds of the isle, so I propose we search the central area. There are machines patrolling here and there, sentinels in all likelihood. Like those you encountered, they will most certainly attack any who venture too close. So let us avoid them and look for others that appear more approachable. Okay. So I'm assuming there's another going on to the southeast. So over that way. Should be able to see it. Let's go get it real quick. Bro. To the east. Ha. Okay. Might have to fight that thing first. Nope. Cool. Didn't have to. Okay. Alright, now we need to pick up one more ether current and then 3 more quest currents. It should be good. You see not but patrolling machines in the area. They do not seem to incline to non-violent intercourse. Okay. Bro. That's not even a real destination. It's like, oh, I'm under attack. Here we go. Punks jump up to get beat down. Okay. Quick work. Quick work. It's a crystal. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go touch the crystal. Attuned to that crystal. I think that's the last crystal. I believe. Maybe one more. But I think that might be the last one. Yeah, it looks like that might be the last one. My wife always asks me, why do I look at that list? It's like because I'm a tuber. So I have to kind of know what's coming up so I can talk about it. I don't know if this is actually... Okay, cool. Looked around. The machines here do not appear hostile. Let's see if we can communicate with them. Beg your pardon, but we're searching for Dinziers of the Stars. This is unknown life form detected. Assigned generic label, interplanetary traveler. Greetings and welcome to the planet. Blip, bloop. The planet? What? Could you please repeat that? It appears your hearing organ is unable to process the name in our tongue. It may be translated into yours as Alphatron. Our people, meanwhile, are called Ochromics, and you stand within one of our outposts. The Ochromics, you say? And what is it that you do here? We are preparing for war. Guys like my robot voice? Maybe? No? Yes, no? As we presently do not have designated target, you have nothing to fear. Should your star become designated, however, you will be taken into custody and or terminated. Not a little frightening, these Omicrons, but at least they seem to be forthright. I will see what else I can learn from this fellow, if you could try speaking with the others. I'll go off to talk to robots, I see. Okay. This is greeting, traveler. When venturing outside the outpost, beware malfunctioning units. They do not heed Sir's command and indiscriminately attack all non-Omicrons. For those avoidance of confusion, be advised that Sir is the allies of Stigma 1, Sir issues instructions to our forces as a foremost of the 6 strategic matrix and bear the designation Stigma. There you guys go. For you guys. Doing this for you. Measuring combat capability. Result. Negligible. Negligible? Bro, do you not know who I am? Subjects fall outside of targeting parameter. Greeting, traveler. We are the Omicrons, and our objective is self-enhancement. In order to achieve this, we venture forth in conquest to acquire combat data and resources. Most recently, we succeeded in subjugating the home world of the beings whose strength was said to be without parallel, the dragons. We appreciate it. Thanks, Celeste. Yet though the endeavor yields a wealth of combat data, the stars was rendered barren and unable to yield resources. The subscription cost determined that the losses incurred exceeded the gain. Bleep plop. Autonomous weapon development complete. Vanguard armament upgrade complete. Munition levels satisfactory. Combat readiness assessment nominal. Awaiting instructions from Sir. Maintaining state of combat readiness. Okay. You learned a few things. So did I. We share our findings. However, I believe it is best to step outside the outpost. Come with me. Oh boy. Ah, there you are. We finished surveying the area. This will come as no surprise, but there was no way forward. There was portals like the one we used to get here, but those that worked only sent us to isolated islands. Then, as before, we must locate the embodiment of the emotion that bars the way. What of yourself? Did you find anyone to speak with? Let me explain to you. I talked to these robots. They basically told me that they didn't think I was a threat. I started to take my axe out and cut their heads off, but I figured I should let it alone and just keep asking questions. So, the Omicron seek to advance themselves through conquest. Following their victory over the dragons, they stand ready for the next campaign, but their leader has yet to issue a new commands, and so they wait. In such place, who could it be that fits Urianger's description? A soul whose yearning for oblivion surpasses all others. It's probably this Sir they speak of. Urianger said this? He did. During our investigation, before we rejoined you in Elegia. So, that's the way of it. Why couldn't he just say it to all of us? Given what we know of this place, it is certainly a curious state of affairs. While the dragons in the longed for death, the Omicrons longed for conflict. As much as that may lead to destruction, it may be considered a distant desire. In order to find the source of the dominant emotion, I believe we should seek out their leader, this Sir. According to M032, the first Omicron with whom we spoke, there is a console by which we might communicate with it. M32 also added that it would be a pointless exercise, but that in itself, I believe, is worth investigating. What say you? Sure, let's take a look at it. All right. Okay. this in here for now. Okay. No bounds, I think is what that says. So, the console we seek lies on the far side of this aisle. Given the nature of the grounds, the route may not be entirely direct as it seems. Let us all watch our steps as we make our way. Okay. Thing I need to do real quick is to the southeast. Oh, wait a minute. We gotta pick up these quests real quick. We gotta pick them up. We're gonna do them real quick and then be done with them. We're not doing the voice for that one. We're not doing the voice for these. We're not even reading them. Oh boy. Cutscenes. Cutscenes in the side quest. Not reading it. We're just pushing through it. It's like The Rock says, it doesn't matter. It's just a means to get us to flying. Not part of the main story. Bro, let's go. Skip cutscene. I forgot I could do that. Alright. Alright, so we need to go this way. Da da da. Take your beat down, punk. Use a level checker on the minions. Oh, there we go. Can't kill it. We gotta use a level checker. Boom. I'm confused. Oh, there's more. Okay. I gotta remember, I can't. Don't kill it. That's it. Don't take it down so low. More. Let's check it there. I do gotta take it down. There we go. Okay, there's that one. I'm gonna go over here. This other thing. And there's an ether current. You guys see the ether current? I see the ether current. Okay. That is ether current. That's the last one of these. Turn this in real quick. Go away, things. Turn this one in first. Okay. Bruh. Long cutscene. Come on, man. Skip the cutscene. I forgot. I keep forgetting I can just skip the cutscenes. I don't really care. Okay, great. Okay, I think that leaves us with one quest. Yep, and that quest we will pick up here. It's on the next stream for that. So we go here. See right here. Where else is that? Let's figure out how to get there. Nope. I can go up and around. Up and right. All right, there we are. This appears to be the console, but it seems unresponsive. Would you care to take a look at it? Interacting with it. Okay. You tried touching, smacking, and attuning with the console, but there is no response. Okay. No luck, I see. I mean, no, not really. But there must be a way to activate it. There must. Well, oh, there we go.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
So, voiced.
As am I. Operating such consoles is trying enough. But if we can't even activate it...
Perhaps there is a way. First, consider the world that has been recreated here. Its inhabitants were machines who gathered combat data to enhance themselves. And among the many wars they waged, the most notable was that against the dragons. As you've doubtless surmised, I believe this was the homeworld of Omega. Sid built a jamming device to defeat it, a device which generated massive bursts of lightning, its sole weakness.
That's all well and good, but what does that... Wait. You're not thinking to strike the console with lightning, are you?
Precisely.
As a matter of fact, I am.
Precisely.
Ask yourselves this. Why would an entity as puissant as Omega not be designed to suppress the effects of lightning?
Because it relies upon it, or something akin to it, as a source of energy.
How do you learn about
Exactly.
Omega?
And there is a good chance the same is true of the Omicrons and their devices. So, shall I cast caution to the wind and try something reckless and dramatic?
We'll see. Have at it. We're all about trying stuff out.
Very well. Here I go.
It worked!
Of course it did. Because, you know, it takes something crazy. Ah. Oh, there's a robot voice for y'all right there.
Strategic Matrix Sigma 1 now online. Is the primary strategic matrix. You may address me as Sir. Checking for new communications. None found. All units, please maintain current state. End transmission. Closing connection.
Wait! We have questions for you. Of late, no mission orders have been issued. Why not? Has there been some manner of trouble?
Reply. The extended operations unit is yet to determine guidelines for future assignments. All strategies are calculated, devised, and actioned in accordance with said guidelines. In the interim, all citizens are directed to maintain a state of combat readiness. End reply. Awaiting query.
Can you tell us why the Extended Operations Unit hasn't yet determined the guidelines?
Unable to comply. Information unavailable or access restricted.
In that case, is it possible for us to communicate directly with the unit?
Access denied. Unable to establish connection.
Is there anything you can tell us? Have there been any abnormalities, like a threat to the star or widespread unrest?
Reply. Negative. All citizens continue to operate at maximum efficiency. If your operations are suboptimal, please proceed to a maintenance facility for evaluation. Otherwise, stand by at your designated post. End reply. End transmission. Closing connection.
I could activate it again, but I doubt it would be productive. What do you think?
If all the Omicrons really were running as efficiently as it claimed, then I doubt they were hoping for life here to end. As this Sir told us, there just haven't been any new instructions, and everyone is standing by.
Should be standing by at any rate. If there are those that are neglecting their duties, perhaps we can glean a clue from them. I propose we take another look around, and also try to find the operations unit.
Uh-oh. Looks like Pacers lost game one. Now visiting Okay, I'm talking to the wrong person anyway. There we go. Let us focus our search on the outpost. Alize and I will try speaking with Omicrons this time, in the hopes we might learn something new. Meanwhile, perhaps you and Gra could observe from the distance. These beings are systematic and routine by nature. If there are any that aren't, it shouldn't be too difficult to spot them. If there are no questions, then let us begin at once. As we came this way, I believe I spied a promising vantage point. Follow me. Okay. Nope, it's on the other side over there. I knew the Jokers was going to tee off on me. Let's see if I can get by these without them seeing me. Okay, cool. Nope, they see me. Bombs. You still let me be, huh? Just couldn't let me be. I was lying to my business. Search the base Omicron for Ernest Omicron. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target an Omicron and examine it with the R2 or X button. I do not like this. It's not hard. It's annoying. Oh, there goes one. Bruh. This is why I don't like this. It's not very precision-like. Omicron wanders about ceaselessly as if lacking a clear objective. Yeah, I hit it like 1,000 times. Yeah, over there, homie. And Omicron wandering aimlessly? Where? Ah, I see it. Yeah, thank you everybody who's hanging out with us tonight. We are pushing just before the end of the story. We got a little bit left to go. I'm gonna get up to the point of a dungeon tonight, right before the dungeon, and then we're going to call it a night. So it is left the base. Let's follow it. All right, we are following it this way. Nah, man, leave me alone. Oh, let's see. It's not here, but it definitely came this way. It must have used the portal. Time to go through and see what we find. I was going through portals, man. Unknown portals. We don't know what it's going to do to us. Okay. Okay. See what we find here. This is what's your query? Ah, we found it. What are you doing here? What do you mean you're reconnecting me to the channel? Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm looking at the tree. What the heck is going on here? Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Let's see. Quite an unusual specimen. What is the device attached to it? The tree is sample collection from another star. As it cannot survive in our environment, however, it requires life support. That is the function of the device. To go to such lengths to sustain it, is there something special about this tree? Being foreign matter, protocol requires that we study it. As this task has been completed, the specimen may be discarded. However, when I behold the tree, I am made to feel as though there is a problem. In order to become strong, we have continued to enhance ourselves. Like we did countless others, we conquered the star whence this tree came. It is the last remnant of a dead world, and there is nothing towards which it may aspire. Yet it grows, extends its branches, sprouts leaves, produces seeds. Why does it seek to continue? Why was it made to behave in such a way? And to what end? I do not understand. I see. Out of curiosity, does this pertain to your duty? No, it does not. My apologies. I shall return to my designated post and assume a state of combat readiness. So, it was acting outside of orders. Perhaps it is simply a malfunction, Omicron? These are by no means uncommon, but may also be a unit possessed by the ability to make decisions, one not unlike Sir. I believe this bears further investigation. Okay. To endeavor to live even if we must depend on forces beyond our control. Tell me, Duran, one day, when this adventure becomes a part of your epic, do you think I will be mentioned in it? Of course. Why wouldn't you be? Oh, man. You truly think so? That would be a... Nay, I shouldn't say such things until the moment comes to pass. Never mind the embarrassment. Well, we had best get on with our task. Tracking down Sir and understanding the nature of the emotions which bars our way. Okay. Okay. Hello world. Hello world. Hello darkness. Hello. Sorry. Just keep going. We should return to the outpost for now. The others will wish to hear about our Inranit Omicron. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. Boom. They just not want to leave me alone, man. They just don't want to leave me alone. Alright, where are we going? This way. Oh, I didn't need to get on the bike at all. Boom. Garage says you found a suspicious Omicron. That's good because the units here were of no help. They all had the same thing to say about the extended operations unit, that there is no way to arrange a direct meeting. Still, that served to prove that it's business as usual at the outpost. But enough about us. Tell me you learned something more useful. I don't know if we learned anything really more useful, more so than it was one that was just kind of doing its own thing. And Omicron trying to make sense of the meaning of life? None of the others were even a fraction of philosophical. The unit may well be in position of leadership, perhaps even one of those that comprise Sir. As we know, the Omicrons invade other stars and enhance themselves using the spoils of the conquest. With the technology at their disposal, they should be able to alter their bodies, be it in part or in whole. Setting aside the question of motive, if Sir, for example, wishes to have an ordinary Omicron's body, I see no reason why it would not be possible. The problem is how to go about asserting if that is what happened. When I attempted to probe further, it ended the conversation. If it is indeed Sir, I doubt it would willingly reveal its true identity. Wow, the patience. Did they come back in 30 seconds to tie it up? They did. They were down 8-7 with 30 seconds to go. And they tied it up to put it in overtime. I was just writing them off. I've done that 3 times. This is the 3rd time I've done that. And this is the 3rd time that they figured out how to make a fool out of me. They didn't one. This is the 2nd overtime. The other one they won. When I attempted to probe further, they probably okay. We got that already. I have an idea. We use lightning on the console again, but we make it stronger, much stronger. At that moment, should the unit exhibit a reaction that could suggest that it has a connection to Sir? An inspired ideal. I dare say it's worth a try. I had a feeling you'd be on board. This time, you must allow me to do the honors. I will stand guard in case your incantation draws a sentry to the scene. For my part, then, I will approach our suspect and divert its attention. During which time, Duran, I want you to observe it closely for anomalous behavior. I should mention that shortly before you return, an Omicron appeared from the same direction. Rather than entering the outpost, however, it headed off towards the console. At first, I assumed it was a unit on patrol, but perhaps that could only be our errant Omicron. We must seek it out and begin our operations at once. All right, Alpha Node, and I will stand by the console, and when it's time, I'll unleash a veritable storm. Excuse me. This will work, I am sure of it. After all, our comrades are watching over us. Come, my friend, let us find the doubt-plagued Omicron. Why show me running off if it didn't actually run off? Oh, got both ones on. Just leave me alone. You're the one that was observing the tree, are you not? Feel glad I am to find you again. I have questions for you, you see, about the device which sustains the tree. Provided it does not necessitate the disclosure of restricted information, very well. Raha has begun distracting the Omicron. Soon Alizé will strike the console with lightning. Observe M17 closely for anomalous behavior after Alizé has cast her spell. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out of the target area as confirmed. What? Bruh. That was stupid. I ain't gonna lie, that was dumb. Like I was literally standing right on top of it. I didn't need to use the thing. That's Sir. An anomaly, you say? Performing diagnosis. Error confirmed. My connection to Central Command is suffering from intermittent failures. I must leave at once and present myself for maintenance at the nearest facility. You will excuse me? Nah, bruh. What you need, my friend, isn't maintenance. It is to confront the truth. While we spoke, our comrade struck the console used to communicate with Sir. That is the cause of your anomaly. You are connected to Sir, aren't you? Affirmative. To what end you sought to assert this fact, I do not know. But before we speak further, we must move away from the other units. I do not wish for them to know my true identity. Very well, our friend. Are at the console. Let us head there. Okay. It's been one of the longer of the quests so far. The ones we've done.
As you have surmised, I am part of the shared intelligence of Stigma 1. It is, was, my charge to determine the optimal path to achieving my planned function. His body had been abandoned by its former owner and lay unused. I took it and abandoned my own, and with it, my duty.
May we ask why you did this? From what we gather, it seems to be a personal matter.
Our kind did not always look as we do now. Long ago, we possessed frail and feeble bodies. Beleaguered by stronger races, our ancestors took to augmenting their flesh in order to defend themselves. What began with limited parts eventually spread to the whole body, and at last, a means was discovered to convert the mind into data, rendering even the brain obsolete. Such complete mechanical beings were called the Omicrons, and by their might, we came to reign supreme over the star. But even then, we did not feel secure. For we knew that the universe was home to civilizations aside from our own. Civilizations that may be stronger still than us. Rather than risk becoming the subjugated, we chose to become the subjugator. We began our conquest of the stars, that we might acquire the resources and knowledge we needed to reign supreme. We were successful in that endeavor. So powerful did we become, we could lay low even the mighty dragons. But then something unexpected happened. I began experiencing an error. I could no longer determine an optimal path.
You were malfunctioning.
I performed numerous across 4 system scans, each time finding no issues. Yet the error persisted. It was then that I speculated. What could happen if we grew so powerful as to have no equal? To become stronger was essential to our existence. Our every action has been in service to this objective. But if nothing lies beyond this, can it be truly said that it was essential? Have we been engaging only in wanton destruction?
You could find no threat to justify your purpose.
The Omicrons will never leave this star. They will stand by until their reserves of energy are spent. For I have no path to offer them. None.
It is not our place to pass judgment on the deeds of the Omicrons. But surely, this does not have to spell the end of your people. With your power and knowledge, the possibilities are endless. Why not seek out a new purpose?
That is impossible. In the beginning, we had a higher purpose than our pursuit of power. But we lost sight of it when we so irrevocably altered our fundamental forms. When we cast aside our flesh, so too did we cast aside all that defined us. Nothing remains of who we once were. I have no aspirations. No longer can I dream. The vital spark is lost. Lost amidst circuitry and code and commands.
I believe I know how to overcome this despair. The words are ready in my mind, but ere I speak them, I want you to make me a promise. Be it across time or space, our promises have always connected us. And so I ask that you indulge me once more, that this won't be the end.
You say it, I'll do it. Yeah, that's what I would say as the hero.
Is that so? In that case, I won't hold back. First, I want to visit Ishgard with you. Properly. We scarcely had time to look around last time. I should like it very much if you could show me the sights. Next, you must regale me with your greatest adventures, in the places where you lived them, if possible. I may have read about all your deeds, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account. And last but not least, a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. We'll travel the lands, cross the seas, and take to the skies upon the eternal wind, and it will be marvelous. It will.
Heavy burden. Heavy burden the warrior light has.
If you would humor me a moment. When we awaken each morning, how can we prove that we're the same individual who retired the night before? Through the remembrance of past events, we might say. We have our memories, yet there are times when we forget or recall incorrectly. What of our bodies, then? It is the same one, we might say, yet technically speaking, as living beings, our bodies are constantly changing. It will never be as it was at an earlier point in time. Our souls are no more immutable. On our star, people are known to inherit the souls of others, yet they are decidedly different beings. For my part, I've subjected my totality to much and more. I've made my body into an extension of a tower, blended my soul and memories with those of another self. And each time I would ask myself, what is it that makes me, me?
Were you able to determine an answer?
No. But that doesn't mean I'm confused. It simply means I'm the same as everyone else. So I posit this. Who we were need not describe what we now hold in our hearts. Whatever came before, what matters most is the present. For me, that is being here with my friends, full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
I cannot. We cannot. We cannot understand desire, nor comprehend hope. We do not know how to create such things.
We are not unlike, you and I. I too have struggled to find the courage to express and embrace my wants. If you like, I will tell you a tale. A tale of a world on the brink. Of a people who never gave up on the future. Of a man who realized his grandest dreams and then awakened to a grander reality.
Wow. I wonder if Grahati was going to be next.
You idiot! Just once, stay with us to the end.
Somebody had to do it, Alize. It's apparently the pattern that has to happen. They all leave so easily, as if it's nothing. How do they think we feel? Next time we meet, I'll give him such a flick, and that'll be just to start. Right, forge ahead. It's probably the last quest of the night. The crystalline path Ra has paid for us. Difficult as it is, we must carry on. for our friends, and for all who await us in the faith. So come, let us seek the past beginning. It appears to be near the outpost. On somewhere, man. Look, Duran, a portal has opened. It surely will deliver us. True, it must. Alright, let's open the portals we go. Yo, the Pacers. The race is 17-point fourth quarter deficit to win the game. In overtime. Like, that's crazy. That's wild. Well, here's where the path begins, and it ascends to dizzying heights. Let us make our way, one sure step at a time. Our friend got us this far. Their courage, their strength, their wisdom, their love. We owe it to them to continue, no matter how long it takes. Alpha and Alzay are now accompanying you, keeping them at your side in order to proceed with the quest objective. You can leave your quest companions behind by entering a different area or by speaking with them and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have your companions join you again, return and speak with them at the original location. Alright, which way were we going? Going this way? That does not feel like it's it. Gotta go up. Gotta go up. Let's do nothing. I assume we're still going. Let's see. Yeah, that way, so it's gotta be this way. Got to be this way. Keep going. Keep going. We're not stopping for side conversations. You know what? Bump it. We're going to have a side conversation. Gra paved this path for us. We were meant to follow it. Should you start to fall, we will be here to catch you. I know you'll do the same for us. This is why I don't have conversations. It just felt pointless. It's filler. Oh, look at that. This is almost normal. It's not unlike many cities we know, but it's definitely quiet. Perhaps the inhabitants are within the buildings or invisible to our senses. Wrong on both counts. There is simply no one here. It's Meteion. Meteion. This is how I found it when I arrived. Another star which once pulsed with life, but no longer. How it ended, I do not know. Invasion, sickness, suicide, no one can say. No one lived to speak for the dead. They are gone. Gone. Search all you like, but you only end up turning back. Follow the crystalline path while coming. Okay, yeah, got that. Okay, cool. All right. All right. If there is no one here, then neither should there be emotion to bar our way. Yet Meteion seems convinced we'll turn back. What riddle is this? All right, this is what we're going. Let's see. That was a quick one. So this should take us up to, yeah, we have some big fights coming up. Let's get to the door, I guess, of the fight. Nah, we'll pick it up. We'll pick it up later. So this next one here should pick up. Actually, you know what? We'll pick it up, and then we'll. Do I really want to do this? I don't want to get stuck on a 25-minute cutscene. Yeah, we're going to wait. All right, we'll wait. We're going to wait. We'll pick it up later. We'll pick it up on the next stream. It could be Friday. More than likely not. It's probably going to end up being. Could be Friday. It's still a small chance it could be Friday. The only reason why I say it might not be Friday is because I need to clean my grill and do a couple things in the backyard after I get off work, which I get off pretty late for a Friday. I normally gonna get off of work at about 6, somewhere between 6:10 and 6:30. Just depends on what's going on in the branch. With it being a holiday week, we may be a little busy this Friday. But then once I get out and come home, I need to do a couple things in the backyard. Then I need to clean the grill. Need to get the meat out the freezer so it can thaw, and then start getting ready for Saturday. Saturday we're definitely not going to be streaming. Well, no, I could still stream on Saturday. If I can get through my prep. If I get through all my prep work for the grill, for grilling. So I'm gonna start the brisket Saturday night. And then I want to get my ribs trimmed up and seasoned up, and get them ready. And then that way, when the brisket comes off, they can go on. We're gonna do an all-night cook on the brisket. Get it ready. Hopefully, get it off the grill, and set aside by noon or by 11, so that I can get the ribs on by noon. And then from there, I got a few other things I still got to cook throughout the day, throughout the evening. But yeah, the hope is to have at least the ribs and the brisket done all by, I don't know, 3 o'clock, for 4 o'clock. And then the burgers won't take long. The chicken will take a little longer, but the burgers won't take long. And then hot dogs obviously won't take long either. I can do burgers, and I can do half side burgers, half side chicken, and then do the other half, or do the top, then put the hot dogs at the top, and then kind of just work around that way. So, lots to do this weekend, but we're gonna get it done. So there's still a good chance I could stream Friday the finale of this quest of these of Endwalker before the post. I'm saying that I'm not very confident in it though, but we will see. We'll see. So stay tuned. All right. Until then, it is your boy Ghost Dog now signing out. Until the next time, I might be back tomorrow with Madden. We got to start season 5 for the Ghost Dog account, playing with Buffalo on the 1-year deal, trying to see if we can get us a better contract than what we got. We can start that one off there. But yeah, until then, it is your boy Ghost Dog signing out. Peace.